Children with autism are very unique. Almost every child is a little bit different. In fact, there's a saying we have in the autism field that if you've seen one child with autism, you've seen just one child with autism.
It's referred to the autism spectrum because there's very different presentations of these symptoms and how severe they are. Magnetic resonance spectroscopy, or MRS, is a type of MRI technique. So MRI utilizes magnetic fields to look at mainly certain tissue compositions in the brain.
A lot of these little guys really struggle with hurting themselves or can't sit still in order to focus on their classwork. Research is very, very important because it's only through that we're able to develop new things that can be applicable to children and families all across the United States and across the world.
I hope that we're able to kind of use this technology to potentially identify people with autism more accurately. Currently, it's diagnosed specifically on behavioral presentations. We need to try and find ways to better identify individuals. And so if there are any systematic differences in how these molecules present, then they may be able to increase accuracy of diagnosis.
It would really be helpful if we could identify who's going to respond, and this may provide us that opportunity. Doing a scan that reveals the excitatory glutamate and the inhibitory GABA balance may be able to identify who's going to respond to those drugs before we even consider giving them. In some cases, it seemed to help people improve their language, but in others, it didn't seem to do so much. And I thought, wouldn't it really be outstanding if we could identify who is most likely to respond? And this technique may actually help us do that.
Parents are our number one supporters. They're their child's number one advocate and science number one supporters. So parents are so passionate about finding a cure for autism, but also finding help for autism. So many of them are willing to dig in, get dirty, get excited, get ready to help. All of us really make a difference for children with autism, whether that be finding a cure, whether that be finding solutions, whatever that case may be. Parents are dedicated to making that difference, and we are so grateful for their support, and it's so important that they be on board so that we can keep making a difference for children for years to come.
So when Sam was diagnosed, my biggest issue was the unknown, not knowing what was going to happen. I think I can speak for the majority of parents at saying that research certainly gives us hope. It gives us something to look forward to because we can see that there are actually positive results coming out of a certain therapy or a certain treatment, and you have no idea how important that is. That fulfills some of that unknown, and I think that's the scariest part, at least it has been for me, walking this journey.
Research funding is tight these days, and these kind of pilot projects really need support from the outside in order to try to get them off the ground. And this is a potentially high-impact study, even though it is a pilot study. It could make a difference in the treatment of patients for autism.